Hello, guys, and welcome to Cricket Caviar. Today was supposed to be Jimmy Anderson's day. His daughters were present to ring the bell to start the test match. It is Jimmy Anderson's last test match. He is on 700 wickets. He's trying for 709 wickets. But I don't think that will be possible now because he probably has to take 8 more wickets in the second innings because today it was the day of a debutant who was going to make history, almost made history, and broke a record which was 130 years old. Gus Atkinson, what a debut he had. He picked a wicket of the second ball of his spell, and after that, nothing could stop him as he ran through the West Indies batting order. And West Indies were all out for 121, and Gus Atkinson picked 7 wickets on his debut. So the record that I was mentioning was actually the best debut innings bowling figures, which was 8 for 43. And Gus Atkinson could have today picked the 8th wicket under 43 runs, but unfortunately he couldn't do that. And it was Jimmy Anderson actually who ironically denied him. And, finally, he also took a wicket on his last test match. But West Indies showed some promise, Somil. If you can hear me, so West Indies showed some promise initially. The first 10 overs, they played out the new ball without losing any wickets, and it was a new batsman, Mikhail Lewis, who was actually fighting very well, and he was looking quite confident. England made the mistake of bowling a bit short. I think they were not bowling very full to West Indies batsmen, and I'm a bit disappointed by Craig Brathwaite, to be honest, because he's the captain, he's the leader, and he has inspired this team to series wins in Australia, to series win in Bangladesh, test match win in Bangladesh. But what happens is he's not able to contribute with the bat, and we have seen this in Australia. We are again seeing this today when he was off strike for maybe 1 or 2 overs. He totally lost his concentration, and he's supposed to be the batsman because when you see overcast conditions, English pitch, he's supposed to be that batsman, the leader who will take the team forward. He's very good as a leader. He inspires the team a lot. He has told everyone to think big, not to think small. But unfortunately, as a batter, his contributions have been missing, which I feel are really needed. So, Somil, I just want to take your opinion. What did you see the first session fight from West Indies, but the second session it was a brutal collapse, and England are back to bowling ways. They have absolutely demolished West Indies on first day. They have taken a lead of 65, 66 runs. So, just want to take your opinion on that, Somil.
Yeah, I mean, I would first say like excellent bowling by Gus Atkinson. I was, I had when KKR had bought him this season, everyone was talking about him that, oh, he's a good bowler. But then England said that, no, we need him to rest. We need him for the future series. And they picked him out of the IPL team. And, but as you can see, that Brest helped him. He came back to have one of the best, like, debuts in the world. I remember talking of like when the auction was happening and he was picked as how good a bowler he would be, but nobody knew this good. Yeah, I feel a little bad for Jimmy Anderson because he's one of the best bowlers ever, and his smooth action, swing, it's like he's gonna be missed, and it would be great if he could reach a record that he wanted. But sometimes some records are not meant to be broken. So, like Don Bradman had to score 4 runs to get the 100 record, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So that's when you remember him by. So I think James Anderson will also.
Maybe the great Shane Warne was destined to be the number 2 most wicket takers in Test cricket. And seeing the amount of decline in Test cricket, I think it might hold true. Muthaiya Muralitharan 800 at the top, 708 Shane Warne, and James Anderson somewhere around 702, 703. But what a day for England, man. Like they actually taught West Indies how to bat and how to bowl here in these conditions. First, yeah, they were superb with the ball, especially led by Atkinson, which I expected him not to play because Shikhar, I mean, the other guy, Matthew Potts, he has played 6 test matches and has taken 23 wickets. He hasn't done much wrong either in his career so far. He has bowled well. in the right lines. But maybe these guys saw something special in Atkinson, maybe in the Nets or some county games, and thus he was playing today, and he left a remarkable impact. So congrats to the English fans. I think they will at least be able to give Anderson a outstanding farewell, because honestly, I don't see West Indies now coming back in this test match after this day one.
Yeah, it was disappointing, Pratik. From a West Indian perspective, I just want to say I'm a bit disappointed because, first session they showed a little bit of fight, especially with Mikhail Lewis surviving those first 10 overs. But I was just telling Somil also that how disappointed I am with Craig Brathwaite, because his leadership skills are top notch, but his batting skills have been on the decline since the Australia tour. And enough contributions have not come. Today I saw a stat, Pratik, that will amaze you a lot. Craig Brathwaite versus Anderson, they were showing. So Anderson has an average of 17 versus Craig Brathwaite. That means he dismisses Craig Brathwaite every 17 runs. And he has an economy of 1.6 or something like that versus Craig Brathwaite. So what I inferred from that is Craig Brathwaite is able to survive 17 overs of Anderson, but score only 17 runs and get out after that. So he survived 17 overs of Anderson only to get out after scoring 17 runs. So yeah, I mean, I don't know where that intent needs to come from West Indies, but they need a batsman. At least Alzari Joseph gave the West Indies crowd some cheer by hitting some balls out. Even Viv Richards got excited and started clapping. I like those moments. What Mikhail Lewis did, he suddenly flicked the ball for 6 after surviving those 10 overs of Vokes and Anderson. So we saw a little bit of fight from West Indies, but yeah, overall the second session collapse really disappointed me today.
Yeah, surely. There is disappointment being a West Indian cricket fan. They should have put on a better show today. Even
and you were saying also, Pratik, right, that 225, they just needed to push themselves to score that number to get 200 or something on the board, something good on the board. Now it's already the match is gone. 65 runs already England are ahead. So basically on day one, if you are batting and you are 65 runs ahead, so I don't know what to.
My last message, like how much we care about West Indies cricket. My last message before the game started was, please compete today. And I was raising my hands, like bowing, because I wanted West Indies to compete. And I was worried, man. I don't know how England manages to win the toss on a cloudy day. They always manage to do that. So I was pretty sure in my mind that West Indies will be batting first, and that happened. And I agree with you. Like the session one, actually they negotiated well. It could have been 5 down in first session itself, but they were 3 down. And they started from a little bit of partnership too. Like at one point they were 88 for 3. So firstly, let's understand how 88 for 3 became 88 for 7. Like, what was that?
Yeah. I mean, actually, someone from the commentary was saying that what happens in England is when there are overcast conditions and the ball is very new, so nothing happens. Actually, the ball will not swing. It starts swinging only after some 10 or 12 overs. You could see that Gus Atkinson, those the wicket of Holder and the wicket of another wicket, I think it was Gavin Hodge. So those 2 wickets, he actually used his fingers to. That is just pure skill, pure swing bowling skills of Gus Atkinson, and he has good pace, which he gets the ball to go away, go in, and someone was needed to fight for West Indies, which I thought didn't happen, and it had to be Craig Brathwaite today on a big day on Lord's Test. It had to be someone experienced, Craig Brathwaite or Jason Holder, because
Holder or Da Silva, like from the lower order, they could have hung out there. Then but
and kudos to English catching, Pratik. What catches were being taken, man? Please tell. I think English batters are better catchers than their batters. I mean, what superb catches Pope and
especially that wicket of where Ben Stokes took that wicket. Like Brook took an outstanding catch of the opener Lewis. Yeah, he is actually playing well, and Brook took an absolute blinder to dismiss him. So that was a special catch, and they did amazing slip work today. So all the catches in slip. So that's what, man. Like England actually showed how to play in these conditions. We were phenomenal with both bat, ball, and fielding.
And
Actually, all
and
three
look at
disciplines.
where that fielder was placed for I think Cavem Hodge was the batsman. Where that fielder Ollie Pope, where was he placed? That
Yeah.
shows attacking captaincy of Ben Stokes is still rewarded. And today it got rewarded when that player was just like a silly point or something. He was there and he just got a reflex catch. He took Ollie Pope took it. And now Ollie Pope is just hammering the West Indies bowlers.
Yeah, I also like how Oli Pope just leaded the proceedings after he came to bat. Also, he was like, "My openers, what are you doing, playing 4 and over or something?" Like he came with like 18 run in first 12 balls itself, hitting crisp boundaries, and then Crawley also started get along well with the strike rate. So Oli Pope was the difference, and you predicted this in the series preview. So that's a shout out to you for that. But man, I'm very optimistic. So what West Indies needs to do from here on is just play this test match, do better in the second innings. And man, this is a good team because you mentioned in the preview they were in the middle of the World Test Championship cycle. England was at the bottom. So they need to remember their strength. And also last two tours, they have able to win one test match here, which shows they are competent. They have played well in these conditions in the past. And I always feel if someone is losing the series 2-1, they have the potential to win it 2-1. So this test match is gone, but if they play their best, they can win the next two test matches. If a side can win in Gabba, they can win in England.
I also feel a bit sorry for English fans who were thinking to come for a Saturday and a Sunday to watch Jimmy Anderson, because this match is not going to go to Saturday or Sunday. Unless there is a
So in some ways,
tremendous fight from
West
West
Indies
I
will
Indies.
ruin
won't
their party.
go onto that right now because I think a lot of the wickets were. I think the pitch, the conditions will determine how the ball will swing, and the beginning parts of the day, the first day or second day, like first morning and the afternoon, there are the times that it swings the most. And India have had faced that problem before as well when they were in England. So I feel like now the pitch is going to get even better and better. So England can score like 600 runs, 700 runs based on how much, how many wickets the West Indies can take. And I think like West Indies can fight back. But looking at the team, whenever I look at the team, their batting looks pretty weak. It doesn't have their bowling. I feel like they have Searle, they have Searles, they have Algeri Joseph, they have Shamar Joseph. So they have some bowling power. They have Moti, that spinner. So I feel like they have some better
Today,
bowlers.
for counter-attacking, they were also missing someone like Jermaine Blackwood. Now, Shikhar will be delighted to hear that, but actually they did miss that counter punch when Atkinson was picking wickets at will.
Yeah, I don't know why don't they play Roston Chase or something.
We have
He's
been
pretty
asking
good.
that. He's a very good
Actually, Pratik, I missed that batsman Kevin Sinclair because he's a much better batter than Moti. I think they had to play Moti, so they dropped him. But he actually played really well in that Australia series. So I missed him a lot.
I feel like they should try to get in players like Shea Hope. They should try to get in players like Roston Chase to strengthen the batting. I know it's difficult because if you have to ask the players to choose between money playing in different leagues versus playing in the West Indies Test match, they may always choose the West Indies, the leagues. They'll get much more money than playing in the West Indies league. Like you can never get Andy Russell to play. You can never get someone like a Dwayne Bravo or Pollard, even if they were not retired, to play.
I mean, they anyway are not playing the domestic, so they should also not be coming because people who are playing the domestic tests should only be getting. So
and that's what I'm saying.
Fair
so they
only.
need to pick
That's
players.
So, like I said,
I feel like Shea Hope is a very, very good batter. He's not a hitter. Like same way Roston Chase is also like a good batter. We saw that in the World Cup as well. He's not a hitter. So I think they will provide a much better depth in the batting in the test matches than this team provides.
For sure, but let's not judge these guys too harshly. I still have a feeling they will come back in the second test, like for sure.
Yeah. Let's hope that. And that's the wrap for day one. Thank you guys for chipping in. Let's follow this test match for day two and see what happens. West Indian fans, please keep hope and please keep faith in your team. I am sure there's a light at the end of the tunnel and there will be a turnaround for West Indies team. And please keep believing in your team, and please subscribe Cricket Caviar, the OG supporters of West Indies cricket. So thank you guys for joining in, and take care. Bye.